Welcome to the Buccaneers Observer. This is Ralph Phillips. How's it going, everybody? Had to jump on a little late today, 15 minutes late. Stuff going on. You know how that is. Always something. Always something. If it ain't one thing, it's 10. Whew. So, let me see if everything's working right here. I might be streaming to nobody. Might be streaming into the ether. All kinds of weird stuff happening today. Wait till we get some people in here. It appears that I am live. It appears everything is working. You know, this is one of the things I hated about moving my office and everything. You know, you get everything set up. You work it the same way for years. And then you move and you don't think much about it. You think, you know, I'll just pick up right where I left off. No, everything's different. I mean, my whole setup is different. My whole routine is different. And I'm a checklist kind of guy, and I haven't figured out exactly how I'm going to do everything yet. So it's kind of driving me crazy. So here we are back to the second live stream of the season. We've had a few live streams sporadically here and there, but this week is the official week of everything happening. Of let's do this live. Let's do it live. Thank you, Tom. Let me see. I am seeing your chat on YouTube, but not on my screen. This is one of the issues I had. One of the reasons I had to start off late. Because the chat was not working right. Type something in again, Tom, if you're there. Just see if it pops up on my screen. Oh, fun stuff, man. You know, I know people just love to come in on live streams and watch technical difficulties. I get so many comments about how great it is to get so many live and in-your-face technical difficulties. Okay, now it's showing. All right. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, so anybody that knows me knows that I use my phone as a tool. I don't play games on it. It's strictly for my productivity. I limit it. I very limit my social media, texting, phone calls, all that kind of stuff. I keep my phone on silent all the time. As a matter of fact, and this is kind of to my detriment too, because I had a friend of mine. I moved kind of close to him, within a couple miles of him, and he had fallen down in his house and got trapped. He had like a back muscle went out, and he fell down, and he could reach his phone. I can't remember the whole story, but anyhow, the point being, he knew I worked from home, so he could call me and I could come and give him some assistance. I was right, you know, a couple miles away from him, and he called me. And I didn't get the message. And I feel bad, but of all the things, that's the only... I keep my phone, my ringer off all the time. When I want to use my phone, I use my phone. So anyhow, everybody knows it. Well, this morning, I kind of broke one of my rules, and I went and I checked my email first thing in the morning. I wish I wouldn't have done that, because I found out that yesterday's live stream was copyrighted by the NFL. And it really upset me. You know, this has happened a couple times before, but it's because of using the all 22. Now, legally, I'm allowed to use it. I'm not rebroadcasting it. I am using it as what's it called? Common license, common educational purposes. You know, I'm commenting on it and all that good stuff. I'm not just throwing it up there and showing it. So legally, I'm allowed to use it, but there's a process you have to go through with YouTube. You got to challenge it and all that good stuff. And if you don't win, you got to take them to court. I'm not going to take them to court. I mean, I make pennies off this stuff anyhow, but it's just aggravating that you have to go through all this mess. And I understand NFL's got to protect their stuff, but I'm not damaging. I don't know if it was a live person or if it's an automatic, robot that goes through and does all this stuff. I didn't have anything in the description of the title that referenced coach's film or nothing like that. So, anyhow, it started my day off pretty crappy, and I've been in kind of a bad mood all day long because of it. Because I'm just sitting here thinking, I'm like, what am I going to do here? What do I got to do? What do I got to do? So anyhow, Staubach did not buy a minority stake in the Cowboys. What? I thought that was a thing. We didn't. That didn't. Where'd you hear about it from? All right. So interesting things. That Jason Light article I talked about in the Atlantic or the Athletic. He also talked about Deshaun Jackson. And he said, this is all coming from JoeBucksFan.com. Those guys do great work over there. He said, they quoted the article and it said, in 2017, Light took a chance on dazzling but challenging wideout Deshaun Jackson in free agency. He didn't blend with the quarterback or his coaches, and the waves he created didn't justify the production. Jason Light said, the me now would never sign Deshaun Jackson. We ended up trading him after 2 years. Now, you can go back and listen to the podcast with me and Molly. I said, we shouldn't have got the guy anyhow, but, he produced a little bit. He was exciting to watch, but then it became obvious that he did not like Jameis Winston. He'd be wide open to Jameis Winston and throw this perfect bomb, and Deshaun Jackson would slow up, or he just wouldn't even try to stick his arms out. Anyhow, he purposely, hey, Joe, what's up? Kate, I know. I'm sorry you missed me yesterday too. It was obvious that him and Jameis Winston did not like each other, or that he didn't like Jameis Winston. And then afterwards, I remember there being all kinds of stuff coming out about him being a trouble in the locker room. And he did some kind of stuff to Jameis Winston that Joe Bucs fan, they're sitting on the information, and they have been for a long time, because apparently the person who told them, or whoever here's what they said. Joe's been sitting on off-the-record information of something stunning that Jackson did to sabotage the Bucs. Unfortunately, the prominent national figure who detailed this to Joe still won't give Joe a green light to share it publicly. Now, I remember when this came out. This came out right after we found out that Deshaun Jackson had trashed the locker room, tore down some Christmas decorations and all this good stuff. And it bothered me because, and I want to say it was Rick Stroud that put that information out there. He knew about it beforehand during the season, and he didn't say it until after we got rid of Deshaun Jackson. And I get very mad when that happens because they pick and choose what information they want to put out there, the media does, sports media world. And it very much aggravates me when they do that. The Joe Bucs fan, I could understand that because he doesn't want to burn a source. But at the same time, I'm like, man, I want to know what it was. I've been craving after this information for years now. I just find that very interesting. And it goes hand in hand with the whole Emike Egbuka and what I'm seeing them with the people they're drafting. We're not drafting for talent as much as we are for character. We don't want any more Deshaun Watsons, Antonio Browns, Vernon Hargraves, Devin Whites, we're done with those type of people. I think they feel like they might be talented individuals, but they do more damage than good, which is, I guess it's okay. It's an okay way to go about it. I'm a big fan of guys that like to play football. It's like Levante David. And Levante David's talented, but Levante David would play for free. He's one of those guys. It's just football's in his blood. He wants to play football. And you give me a team of 22 guys that just want to play football over 22 talented guys, I'll take the just want to play football guys every day. I think they are much more valuable. The JPPs of the world. They just want to get out there and play some football, hit some people. Anyhow, what's going on with you people, man? Joe, yes, we've been doing amazing, man. Amazing. I was just telling everybody that my live stream yesterday got demonetized, copyrighted by the NFL. So they're making all the money off of it. They took over my video, man. I was kind of upset about it. How you doing, Joe? YouTube didn't alert you? Man. It's probably because they're mad at me for not live streaming 5 days a week like I have been for the past 2 years. Yeah, Joe. I changed office. It's one of the off-season projects I did. I changed office with my daughter, gave her the big room because I didn't need a big room for my office. And plus, I like the scenery here. The scenery in the office is at the front of the house. But now I don't know what's going on in the neighborhood. I used to be able to sit there and I could see everybody in the neighborhood and who was doing what. My neighbors went on vacation and they came back 2 days ago and I didn't even know it. But here I get to look out at the land, and we got deers and turkeys. Let me show you pictures of my wildlife in the back. So I get to sit here and watch wildlife, take pictures and stuff. I like it much better. I sit here, I play the piano and look out the window. This room's much smaller though, but it's good. My daughter got the big room. She needs it. I don't know if you can see this. Here's my turkeys in my backyard. We had a roofer. It's probably about a year ago, 2 years. I have been in my backyard in certain spots. There's these holes, like moles, just like straight down holes. And I've been trying to figure out what they were. For the life of me, I could never figure it out. And the roofer came and the guys were on the roof. He owns the company. So we're out back, we're talking and everything. And he looked down at the ground. And he said, "Oh, you got turkeys, huh?" I thought he was crazy. I was like, "What? Turkeys? No, I've never seen a turkey here." And why would they dig like straight down? No, apparently they tear up the yard. Let me show you my deer. We got quite a few deer in the back. This is just the hindquarters of them yesterday. So I'll sit here and get all kinds of wildlife stuff. I like it a lot better in here, but I'm still in the process. So everything's different. I got a whole new setup. I used to have 3 monitors. I've got 4 now. I'm working on my desk. This desk is my son's desk that I took. And I've got my desk that I'm working on somewhere else, working on the top of it. So I haven't got this configured yet, but this one's a little bit longer, a little bit wider, not as long. I don't know. Everything's a mess. So still working on it. Yeah, I ended up painting my daughter's room pink and blue. She's so girly. So glad you noticed, Joe. Yep. Back to Monday through Thursday. Hopefully. We'll see. We got football going on, man. Football. Yeah, he was a turkey whisperer. I thought he was crazy, Joe. I was like, I have never seen a turkey, but now I see them all the time because I'm sitting here. The weird thing about turkeys, I didn't know this, man, they blend in. I mean, I'll see them. Like if they walk out in the open, I can see them. But if they like go near the trees or the brush or anything, they disappear like that. They just they just blend in. They got great camouflage. They'll be sitting there. There'll be three turkeys. I'll be talking to Molly. I'll be like, "Do you see the turkey?" She's like, "No." I'm like, "They're right there." Yeah, I got the mood lighting. Got some more stuff planned for the back, you know, for the walls and stuff, but it'll probably get done later this year. Hey, Molly's in the house. Still haven't figured out what I'm going to do with my microphone. I really don't like it down here. I get better sound quality down here, but it gets in the way of when I'm typing and stuff. That's why I don't use a microphone stand. So anyhow, we'll figure it all out. We'll figure it all out. But yeah, everything is different. And you know, I bit off way too many projects this off season. I thought for sure I'd be able to knock it, and I didn't even knock out half of them. So we got through about the first quarter yesterday in the all 22. And what we've seen so far is Haggard, our right guard, not too good. He's not playing well at all. Number 72. Matter of fact, pretty much the whole offensive line is not doing well, which surprised me because watching the game, I was like, yeah, it looks like they're holding up okay. But you got to remember, these guys don't play together usually. You know, they're quite frequently just subbed into the first team guys and third team and all that good stuff. So they're not used to playing with each other as much. But we are going up against Tennessee, and what are they, the worst team in the league? Close to it. Yesterday, when I closed down, my computer had locked up, or not my computer, my program had locked up. And y'all saw me. That's why I was like sitting there on the screen going, I'm trying to shut down, guys. I eventually had to basically forcefully close everything. So hopefully we won't have that happen while we're live streaming. It might have been that way for a while and I didn't notice. That'll be good. Yeah, I got a new drawing program and everything. New software program. It works a lot better. Oh, the turkeys. Yeah, Molly named them stuffing. The mama turkey is stuffing, and the two babies are mashed potatoes and gravy. That's what my oldest daughter, first time she saw the turkeys, she looked at them and she said, "Man, they look delicious." I don't know if we told y'all the story, but she's a very empathetic. I mean, she's as girly as you can get, just as sweet and good natured, and she loves food. She's a foodie, and she asked us one day where bacon came from or sausage. I can't remember. She was eating it. She was like, "Where's this come from?" And man, I didn't want to tell her, but we did. We were like, "Well, you know, pigs, you know, and everything." And we thought she was going to get really upset, but she kind of stopped and looked at the bacon, and she like looked at us and went, "Man, pigs are delicious." I was like, wow, did not expect that, but that was cool. All right. Let's see what we can do here. See what kind of technical difficulties we can run into. Oh my gosh, yeah, Tom Winfield hurt again. Yeah, let's go back. Let's go back to full screen. Man, I forgot. Yeah. So Winfield's hurt again. And he hasn't practiced in the past couple practices, and Bowles said it was a lower body injury he's just sore. And last year he was out for 4 or 5 games for his foot, and then he was out for 4 or 5 games at the end of the season with his knee. So lower body injuries are not a good sign with him. And that got me to thinking about just how many guys we have injured all the time. And I looked it up, and last year we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 guys on injured reserve at some point throughout the season. A lot of those being starters. Jamel Dean, Servassier Dennis, Chase Edmonds, he was out all season. So was Salas Dzansi, whoever he is. Chris Godwin, of course. Bryce Hall only played 1 game, half a game actually. Troy Hill, Christian Izzian, Raheem Jarrett, Cameron Johnson, Sua Opeta was out for the whole year. Sean Peterson, Devin Tompkins, Cody Thompson, Marquis Watts, Jordan Whitehead. And that's just injured reserve. That's not guys that were out. And so then I looked, and Levante David is by far the guy that's gotten the most snaps. But we don't have anybody on our team that has played 100% of the snaps last year. Not a single person. Year before that, we had 2 guys that played 100%, and they were both offensive linemen. We're not a team that's a thing with, and I don't like that. I like, well, y'all know I like the mentality, the tough mentality and everything, but I just feel like we've got a team where it's like, oh, if you're not feeling well, just go ahead and take the day off. And hey, but I guess as long as we keep going to the playoffs, I'll be all right. I'll always find something to complain about. But I'm going to do a breakdown as to just how we compare to the rest of the league as far as injuries and stuff are concerned. Because it just seems to me like we have guys injured too much, especially considering we've got 5 literal medical doctors on our team. And that might be the problem. That might be the problem. What else? What other news is there going on? We didn't even look at the news. I talked about Jason Light smacking down Devin White and Deshaun Jackson. Let me see what else we got going on. Has anybody followed that Payne Durham camp diary at Pewter Report? I haven't. Bowles is talking about Ramirez, defensive end. He said we know he's a good pass rusher, but we just want to see him hold up against the run and understand the scheme a little better. That scheme. Got to get that scheme. That's why he doesn't see the field that much. Shiloh Sanders. Let me see. We on the all 22. We saw him get that one. Was it a sack? That was pretty good. I thought he did a good job there. We didn't really touch on it much, but he came in and he uh, it was play action, and he started to run to the running back, but then he diverted to the quarterback. So that was pretty good. Bull said Shiloh's played tough. I thought he went in and did a heck of a job. He had some good tackles inside, and he had a pressure on the quarterback as well. That's what it was, a pressure. He did some good coverage things. He did a good job when he was in there. We're deep at pass catchers. Yes, we are. Ryan Smith was killing it. Ridley against the backups. Yeah, me and Molly were both surprised. We were both like, "What in the world is he doing out there?" I didn't even know he was with Tennessee. Yeah, baby doesn't have it. Daisy after Daisy do. We've already got our our youngest right now. Her name is Daisy. Her middle name is Daisy. So. Number one wide receiver Garrett Green. I don't know. He got talked up by Bowles. Said he did a good job. So, and the kick returning, punt returning. You know, we need one of them. Last time somebody was hurt for only 1 week. Yeah, I know, right? Um, yeah, it seems like 2 weeks is the minimum. But generally, they're 4 weeks. That's the thing about that injured reserve. While I like the new rule where it used to be you got put on injured reserve, you were done for the season. But now you got to be out for 4 weeks minimum, and they throw guys on injured reserve all the time. And you're like, well, they're out for 4 weeks now. So we get a lot of that. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how our wide receiver room shakes out. It really is. You know, you got these guys like Tej Johnson and stuff who aren't, you know, seeing the field, due to injury or whatever. And I'm like, man, just because you got drafted, don't think you made the team. We've got a crew at wide receiver, man. Dude, I want us to beat the Falcons week 1 so bad. Is that who we're playing week 1? Falcons? Didn't Who did we play? Oh, with the Redskins we played week 1 last year. Yeah, so let's do the Falcons week 1 this year. Yeah, Kate, I heard we're going to put the starters in against the Steelers backups. If the Steelers are playing their backups, well, their whole team is so old. They don't want them to get. They know they're going to get hurt during the season, so they're like, why even start it during preseason? They got an old team. They got a lot of old guys over there. Not just counting Aaron Rodgers. I mean, good grief. Uh, but yeah, I think we're going to play. They'll probably play 2 series. Our starters will. Camp Diary is not all that great. I remember reading it when they first started doing it, and that's kind of the takeaway I took from it was it's really not a whole lot there. It's a good concept. I like it. I wonder how does the Pewter Report, are they paying these guys to do that? And how much? Oh, Bruce Gradkowski, Joe. Remember that? Oof. Remember when Mike Glennon, Mike Glennon, uh, we beat the Steelers with Mike Glennon. That was something. I think that was about the only game he ever won for us. Desmond Watson, I know. Talk about a guy who's never set foot on an NFL field getting so much attention. But, we knew that was going to happen. We got the heaviest guy on our team and the lightest guy. So I don't know, man. I want to see him play, but I get it. He's never going to he's not going to make the team. It's a shame too. He's not even going to make the practice squad. Yeah, I mean, he's never practiced. Too big. They gave him a weight limit that he's got to get to, and they did that apparently right after the draft, and he's not hit. As a matter of fact, he's heavier now. So I'm surprised we haven't cut him already. Oh, I know, Joe. Anybody they get rid of at wide receiver, I'm going to be upset about. I like all of them. I like every single guy at the wide receiver position. I think. Let me look. Let me check it out. Make sure I'm not running off at the mouth here. Mike Evans, of course. Jalen McMillan. I really liked him at the end of last year, and he did great in that preseason game too. Trey Palmer, I like him. Tej Johnson, don't know a thing about him. I've got game film from him in college. I haven't looked at it yet. Raheem Jarrett, of course. Ryan Miller, of course. Garrett Green, that's Tom's boy. Dennis Houston, Jaden Smith, Jacob Harris. Okay, so the top 2, 4, 6, we'll say 7. The top 7. And we might keep all those guys. Oh, and then there's Emeka Egbuka. Where? Oh, there's 3 rows. I was just looking at 2 rows. Okay, Chris Godwin, Emeka Egbuka, Sterling Shepard. I love me some Sterling Shepard. Cameron Johnson. Yeah, man. Oh, gosh. Man, we've got a wide receiver room. So that's 12, 13, 14. We got 14 wide receivers on roster right now. Good grief. And what are we going to keep? 6? 7? Let me see. Must be on my other window. Yeah, 7 wide receivers is normally what we keep. So basically half. Is that right? We got 3, 6, 9, 12, 14. Yeah, half. Half of these guys are getting cut. Man. Might keep some at the practice squad, but we rotate those guys so much from the practice squad, especially wide receivers. Interesting. All right, what else we got going on here? Yeah, Toddler's middle name is Daisy. And I was telling them, Molly, last night about Delta Dawn. Wanting to name her Delta Dawn. Didn't Glennon win the Pittsburgh game, or was that the game we lost to Bruce Gronkowski? Kate, I really liked the performance I saw from Parrish. In the all 22, we're breaking it down. I think we've only gotten one defensive series through so far. We went very slow yesterday. Apparently, we're going to go very slow today too. But he had a very, very good pass breakup where he baited the quarterback, and I really, really like that. Which is funny because I didn't see any of that in college. I watched his all 22 in college. Didn't see any of that. As a matter of fact, he didn't impress me much in all 22. Benjamin Morrison now, that's a different story. I was very impressed by him. But he's another one. Is he ever going to make the field? He's always hurt. But we're going to see. I know Parrish, it looked like he got beat a couple of times during the game. So we're going to look at that on the all 22. He started jogging today at practice. That's the thing. He's been at practice every day, and they're in Pittsburgh now, and he flew with them. Joe, about the 1976 jerseys, I want to get one. I don't know who I'm going to get yet, though. Probably Baker. I like Baker Mayfield. Really turned the corner on him. When we first got him, I was just kind of like, we'll see. And the first season, I was kind of like, he did pretty good. But you know what really turned me, that really made me like him, was that Gus Swayze video. I was like, I just like him as a person. He's funny. He doesn't mind mocking himself. And he just seems like a cool dude, And I like the way he gets along with his offensive line. He makes it a point to be friends with his offensive line. To me, that's important for quarterbacks to do. And he's just got that grit, and he's improved quite a bit. His throwing motion last year was really good. I liked it. His footwork. That was one of the videos I was going to do this off season, which I didn't do any videos this off season, was his improved footwork. Last year they said during the off season that they were working on his footwork, and we saw it during the season, and I wanted to do a comparison. So never got around to it. Trey Palmer not making the team? Yeah, probably not. But we got a lot of trade bait with these wide receivers, right? Are you going to get one of the 1976 jerseys, Joe? You got one picked out? Did you get one already? I got to get a Hardy Nickerson jersey. He's the reason why I became a Bucs fan. Get the game winner to Vincent Jackson. Yeah. I remember that was a great game. It was like one of the few during that Schiano era. Talking crap about Jack Sawyer. Oh my goodness. That's not a very smart thing to do, is it? Evans, Egbuka, McMillan, Palmer, Tez, Shepard, maybe Ryan Miller. Yeah, I wouldn't be mad about that at all. Let me see. If any of those had to go, I would say Trey Palmer and trade him for Raheem Jarrett. I'm a Raheem Jarrett fanboy. No, I didn't see Baker on the Kelsey Brothers podcast. Oh yeah, Joe. Yeah, don't Don't curse us like that, man. Whew. Definitely don't get a Baker Mayfield jersey. If you're gonna get a jersey, one of our scrubs. The Did you get a Golston jersey last year? Because he's not with the team anymore. That's so weird. I talked about that during one of the live streams this summer. Is we probably weren't going to bring him back, and then he went and he's working. He's a college coach, right, or high school. Can't remember. Got a job as a coach and on the coaching staff as the defensive coordinator. I want to say it was high school. They're in Tampa, and I was like, that's just so wild. It's kind of that I was with Vincent Jackson. These guys who were such a big part of our team for such a long time, they just like disappear. Like with Vincent Jackson, there was no hurrah or like media articles or fanfare at all. It never sits right with me. And Golston's one of those guys. He's been with the team for over a decade. He's always been a stalwart. Not a superstar, but always dependable. And now he's gone. And it's just like, well, there he goes. I'm moving on to the next guy. It's kind of sad. I'm a nostalgia dude. I've really gotten into nostalgia the past couple of years. Is a Gabuka going to be a burner, Tom? Did you say his speed was 4.35? I didn't see it on game film. I did not. I just didn't see him as a burner. But yeah, Palmer's the only burner we got, unless Tej Johnson's got some stuff. And Grizz is talking about he wants to go vertical this year, which is great. That was the one area we were lacking last year on offense. I mean, I loved our running game. that was great. But we just did not go vertical enough. And Grizz is talking about, he wants to go vertical, which this is going to be basically the same offense from everything I've heard, read, said. Mike Evans has said it. This is the same offense. It's just the verbiage is a little bit different. There's a few tweaks here and there, but apparently he wants to go vertical more, which I'm all for that. As say what you want about Dirk Cutter. I loved Dirk Cutter's offense. We went vertical so much in that, he was at the four verts. That was his thing. And he loved what do you call them? Explosive plays, 15 yards or more. Man, that was fun to watch. That was fun. It was very, very annoying with Jameis Winston, though, because there would be guys downfield all the time. Man, I'm telling you, Dirk Cutter was so good at scheming guys open. But anyhow, there would be guys open downfield all the time, and Jameis Winston just never saw them, and I'd get so mad, so mad. At least 5-6 times a game, and that's bad. I really wish Cutter wouldn't have retired. He was a very good offensive coordinator. Not a very good head coach, though. Tom, I'm sentimental, man. I got the feelings. This is 2025. Guys are supposed to be able to cry over other guys on their sports team. Yeah. Man, so you're the reason why Warren Sapp left us, Joe? And Jervicius? I've got Jervicius jersey too. I don't think I have a Warren Sapp jersey. I think last time I counted, I had 30 jerseys. I don't have a Warren Sapp jersey. Is that right? I don't think I do. Tom, when Mike Evans retires, I'm just going to have a sob session on here. It's just going to be me and a box of Kleenex. I'm just going to be Waterworks. I ugly cry too, man. I'll just be horrible looking. Oh, Palmer runs a 4.35. Okay. What does Igbuke run? You got those numbers? Igbuke's 4.48. Okay, so big difference there. Yeah, I agree with you, Joe. I agree with you. Jarrett and Ryan Miller over Palmer. But Tom's got a point. We need somebody to knock the top off the deep end back there, man. We don't have any burners. It's one thing about Antonio Brown and Deshaun Jackson. You know, safeties had to play deep with those guys on the field. I agree with you, Tom. I can empathize with that dude. A woman, there was a post about a woman who broke up with her boyfriend because he forgot Valentine's Day, but then wrote a poem about his favorite football team. that that is something 100% that I would do. Molly will attest to it. Hey, us dudes, man, we got our priorities. It's hard to remember all these birthdays and Valentine's days and anniversaries and holidays and stuff. Molly's dad got dumped for forgetting, was it Valentine's Day or their anniversary or something? And he was just like, I don't keep track of that crap. Tez is a burner. I hope so. Like I said, I haven't seen his game film yet. I've got it queued up, but I haven't seen it. Run Evans, Godwin, Igbuka, McMillan with Otten, White, or Irving. Can't cover everyone. Yeah, no doubt. So it looks like White is going to be second stringer, huh? Looks like Bucky Irvin's going to be first. He's going to be the starter. White hurt himself, or White got hurt in that preseason game, pulled a groin. Molly's dead inside. Uh, that's funny. Tez is a 4.51? What? Why do we even have him? I thought he was like a speedy guy. Molly's Molly's dead inside, and I don't remember any holidays or anniversaries and stuff. Yeah, Sean Tucker. I really liked watching him run, and I liked who was that guy, the other running back? It was Josh Williams. He or was it Owen Wright? Hold up, I'm cheat. He played. He played hard like Sean Tucker did. Owen Wright. It was Owen Wright. As a matter of fact, I kept getting them confused. I was like, Sean Tucker's still out there? And I was like, oh, that's not Sean Tucker. That's that other guy. They had the same running style, same build and everything. But yeah, I like watching Sean Tucker run. That it's they him and Bucky Irvin both have that. Every time they touch the ball, there's an opportunity that it's going to go. You know that they're going to break off a big play. That's how I feel with both of them. They just got that it factor. You know, Rashad White, while I like him, he's very, he's good, he's technical, he does his job and all that good stuff. Great pass blocker. You just never feel that way with him. He gets the ball, you're going to get what the play's designed to get, with Bucky Irvin and Sean Tucker, man. Bucky, you feel like every time he touches the ball, it might go to the house. Sean Tucker, man, he's a brute too. I like it. But yeah, we got Chase McClellan from San Francisco. We've been robbing San Francisco. We got Mike Jordan, right guard, that Tyler McClellan, the right tackle, picked him up, which I found very strange. We got a right tackle instead of a left tackle. Don't know what that's all about. But I guess they're not real impressed with Luke Haggard, which I'm not either. I like that Tyler McClellan. When I put some video up about him, you'll know right away why I like him. So we got Dill from San Francisco. We got Chase McClellan from San Francisco. Jacob Harris, wide receiver from San Francisco. So San Francisco's hemorrhaging players over there. We're snatching them up. 100%, Joe. Yes, if our offense just stays at the level it was last year, heck, it could even go down a little bit. I'll be happy. Or not happy, but I'll be okay. If our defense steps it up, our defense has got to do something this year. No more of this, giving up 400 yards passing a game, man. They're throwing 50 times on us and we're getting no interceptions, no pass breakups, pass defenses. I tell you, we got to play completely different. I mean, scheme wise, I don't mind some of the schemes, but we got to have a different mindset. We got to have an aggressive mindset, not everybody's so focused on where they're supposed to be, and focused on the scheme. They need to focus on the ball. Gosh, how many times last year did we have guys running down the field with their back to the ball? That's a big no-no in my book. But they have no idea what's going on. We got to stop that mess. Get more aggressive over the middle of the field. And our cornerbacks, man, we got to make quarterbacks scared of our cornerbacks. Vern Troyer's fast. Got them legs, man. The legs are a lot longer than they look. Garrett Green runs a 4.2. Holy smokes. Oh, Tez is quick. He's got that football speed, huh? Oh, it's a 4.5. Tom. I can't take nothing you say seriously. Yeah. Luke Haggard's first block, he ended up getting backwards on the ground. He was on his knees facing the quarterback. I was like, oh, God. That was rough. I don't even know if we're going to have enough time to watch any game film here. You know what? Let's save the game film for tomorrow night. We only got 20 minutes. And like I said, the NFL took my money, man. They copyright striked my live stream last night because of the game film, which they're so arbitrary with doing that. And what I'm doing is legal, so I have to fight them for it. But YouTube generally sides with them, so I can take it a step further, and take it like legally. It's not worth it. Just pisses me off. So yeah, let's save the game film for tomorrow night. I'll tell you what we will do though. We'll cue something up here. Let's look at some Tej Johnson. Mm, I thought I had it. I thought I had his stuff queued up. Molly's making dinner, and I told her I would be off at 8 p.m. So, oh, okay, it's queued up. I haven't watched any of his game film, but since we're sitting here talking about it, he's got route tree skills. Who was it? Who was it? Gosh, I want to say Alex Kappa used to do that. Uh, he'd get spun around. Who was it that was doing that? And he was doing it quite frequently. It wasn't school where he would get spun around and he would stick his arms out, do the airplane to try and block while he was backwards. Gosh, I can't remember who that was. It's been the past couple of years, so it wasn't Alex Kappa, I don't think. I had to go through the list and see. A lawyer's ad came up. Yeah, the NFL's got teams of lawyers, man. That it's been for quite a few years a quite a lucrative profession to do copyright infringement on YouTube. And there's lawyers that's all they do. And I'm sure the NFL they probably hire a specialized firm, you know. I would imagine. All right, let's look at some Tej Johnson, see what we got. This is against UCLA. Or wait. Yeah, UCLA. This is last year. There's Tej Johnson or Tez. Man, he's so small. Look how skinny he is. I remember when I was that skinny. All right, nothing there. Fake screen. It's a handoff. Oh man, that fooled everybody. Fooled me. He hands it off and fakes it to the screen on the outside. This guy didn't get faked out. Everybody else did. Okay. We don't need to see this. All right, that's him running. Boom. Okay, let's see what you got. But he looks fast. I'll say that. And he looks like he's out there running very fast, but it might just because he's so skinny. He definitely avoids any contact there. I'm sure that's what he was supposed to do. And then he runs out of bounds. He doesn't like contact. You see that. You can see that. He does look fast, though. All right. Damn, he's getting the ball thrown his way a lot, ain't he? Let's see that again. That either that was a very good play call or he optioned that. 'Cause that's like the perfect. He sells it too. Yeah. He's going awful slow, like he's just going to run a curl or something right here. And then he boop shoots that out. Pass could have been thrown out here. Should have been thrown out here. It's thrown behind him. He adjusts well to it. He's so skinny. Again, whoa, man, how often does he get the ball with this team? Again, avoiding contact. I mean, it makes sense. You know, he's not a big guy, but he's definitely not putting his shoulder into anybody. Ooh, whoa, who was that he laid out there at the end? Boom. Oh, that's a girl. Oh, man, she got clobbered. Ted Johnson ran right into that girl. Look at this. Watch her. She just pops out. Bam! Right there. Woof. Man. she got laid out. Ugh, gotta mark that. That's a VAWA crime right there. Violence Against Women Act. Nice little night. Whoa, come on now. Oh, he dropped it. I like that little move he did. Let me go back and look at it. Right here. Outside, inside. Boom. He's got some feet. He just drops that damn ball right in his hand too. He jumped up for it too, and he didn't need to. That always aggravates me with wide receivers when they do that. See, he doesn't need to jump for that. Oh, he didn't jump. He stretched out a little bit. Okay. Oh man, right in his hands. Perfect pass too. Oh, hey, that guy caught it. He caught it. I don't think that touched the ground. Oh yeah, it did. Yeah, it did. It did. They called the medic for the sideline girl, man. She's in concussion protocol. Probably still is. All right, he got no separation there. Let me look at this again. Is he trying? Oh, that guy grabbed him. That guy grabbed hold of the back of him. Right here. You can see him. He's grabbed him right there. He still got hold of him. I guess. Guess that's one way to make sure he doesn't get any separation. Tom's already sick of Tez. Josh Wells, 100%. Yes, you're right, Tom. It was Josh Wells. I totally forgot about him. Yes, the backwards airplane. He did that like 2 or 3 times a game. Good point, Joe. Yeah, on the Bucs, you got to play 2 positions. They like him in the locker room. Okay, I didn't see where he was at. Where is he at? Okay, there he is. Oh, he drops the ball a lot. Yeah, well, we saw that. That was right in his hands, too. That was a pretty pass. It looked like he had his hands backwards. That was weird. Okay, he did not block at all there and didn't even try. I don't think we can see him here. That was a weird route. Oh, quarterback had already gotten rid of the ball. Okay. So see, here he is, and he should try to block this guy right there, but he doesn't at all. He is not a physical guy. Look, he's like cheerleading. He's like, go, go, you got it. Look, he even avoids running into this guy. he he's not a physical receiver. Uh, all right, where is he? Oh, see him right here. So fake. Did he run something there? But they like that. Hand off and then fake a play. Good run. Tom, what do you think the odds are that Green makes the team, whether it be the roster or the practice squad? Okay, he's out here again, doing nothing. He does not block at all. I mean, he just said he watched the play happen that time, kind of like what he did last time. I mean, you see, here he is right here. Uh, who gets the ball? Okay, this guy gets the ball. Man, you gotta. Look, he's just standing here. I guess it wasn't as bad as I thought it was. I thought he was in front of this guy. Just let that guy go get around him, but still, at least get up there. You know what? I mean, what if this guy fumbles the ball? You don't just stand there. At least this other wide receiver is running towards the action. £165. That's wild. How tall is he? I can't remember the last time I weighed 165 pounds. That's not true. I'm not much bigger than that now. 10 pounds more. And what's up with this? He's got the one sock. Is that his style? Can't do that in the NFL. You got one tall sock, one low sock. I assume that's a sock. All right, he's just a decoy there. Okay. Again, didn't even try to block. Oh, that'll be sad if he gets picked up and plays elsewhere. Boom. Okay, he's going to go out of bounds. Oh, he fumbled. He looks hurt too. Does he fumble this? Does he go out of bounds? He he might have stepped out there. Yeah, he stepped out there. He stepped out there too. He's out of bounds. Man, it looked like he stepped out of bounds, but still, he's got to learn how to handle that ball. Oh, he's gonna throw it. Oh, oh, does he got an arm? Let's see. Let's just lob it up. Just lob it up. Yes. Oh no, too far. Oh, oh, that was a touchdown all day. He don't know his own strength. Tez is man. Look at that. Oh, you man, just arc it. Just arc it. Just lob that up. He's got all day. He could have adjusted to this. Man, that sucks. He didn't even twist. He just kind of chunked it because I think this guy's coming at him and it spooked him a little bit. He looks so dainty. He plays dainty. Ah, do it too hard, man. And if he would have thrown it up high with an arc, more of an arc, the guy could have had a chance to get it. He just got too excited, I guess. Ah, that was a touchdown all day. I've got green. I've got green. I don't think I've got the tape queued up or anything, but I could get access to it. Let me see real quick if I've got it already. No, I don't have it queued up or anything. You put that on my list, huh? He's electric. So he played quarterback in college, right? So is that what I'm going to look at? Just his electric feet? He's 5'10". Tez is 5'10", 165. So he's really about my size. A little smaller. Oh man, he's trying to juke, but he got pushed there at the end. Right here. Dude pushes him. Oh, man, I wish I would have kept it on. I want to see if Tez went back at him. Should have caught that dude. Okay, so he does run a lot as quarterback, so I can see how he maneuvers. And you called that too. You said he was going to come in the league as a wide receiver. Oh, nice one. That was a good one. He was covered too. That was a good pass. Who's this quarterback? He's left-handed. That was a great pass. All right, I got to get dinner's ready. Look, it's all Tom in the chat. Joe says the fact that Trey Palmer has to fight for his position on the team after all these years means he is not good enough. He's had plenty of opportunity, you know. It just seems like he could never be consistently good or great or whatever that we needed him to be. But, like Tom says, he's the only speedster we got. We need a speedster. It's been a while since we really had one that was that we played consistently. Antonio Brown was probably the last one. It's good though. It keeps defenses honest. Defenses honest. What if the Browns have 6 quarterbacks on their roster now, or is it 7? Let's see, they got Joe Flacco. Is he the projected starter? Joe Flacco? Has he been in the league? Team for 20 years. Kenny Pickett. Dylan Gabriel. That's the one you're talking about. Shadur Sanders. Tyler Huntley. And Deshaun Watson. So 6. They got 6. Good grief. They've got 2, 4, 6, 7 running backs. They have no wide receivers. They've got 3, 6, 9, 10. They got 10 wide receivers on the roster. That's nothing compared to us. What are they going to do with all those quarterbacks, man? Yeah, we just didn't play Scotty Miller that much, We put him out there every now and then, but I mean, I feel like the last true speedster we had was Antonio Brown, where he was out there quite a bit. He was a large part of the game plan. Can you see turkeys with the light off? Don't see any now. But yeah, it does help when the light's off. Doesn't reflect on the window. Tez doesn't have Baker throwing to him yet. Yeah. You'd go with Demon's Son. I know that's not what you meant to say, but that's funny. The Demon's Son. All right, I got to get off here, guys. I appreciate y'all hanging out. Tomorrow we'll pick up the all 22 for the preseason game. I'll try to get on a little bit earlier tomorrow too. I was late getting on today. But appreciate you hanging out. And till next time, go Bucs.